Hello everybody, this is the a trend scan for the month of June. So we're just looking how the markets are doing here. Well, the markets are moving. What we see here, this is an S1 pattern. Well, that was an S1 pattern with a Corona spike bar. And what we saw after a big test bar, big reaction down, well, is a big reaction up. And following that, well, we had this refresher, this consolidation. After a big move, we need a longer consolidation. That's what we're just seeing here. What we see here is actually an S1 pattern on the weekly chart. And we can see what it has triggered here, basically. And it's not going off, so it's consolidating on top of the base. Well, the base became support now, and during that support, sideways price action, well, we've got another S1 pattern. This is an S1 pattern on a daily chart, and then we've got another S1 pattern. Well, that's another daily chart S1. So basically, what we have is we've got a pattern within a pattern within a pattern, and that adds tremendous energy into this consolidation. It's a triple consolidation, if you want. If you so want, it's triple pressure. Well, we need a lot of energy in order to produce another momentum move like that. And basically, well, that's what we're looking for, right? For a measured move. Now, this went from 18,000 to 38,000, so it's basically a doubling. And we're looking for another doubling from the current prices. So we're looking at around 60,000 coming out of this. So that looks very constructive, not yet very bullish. We're still basically here stuck in sideways, but we're about to break this high. So this high breaks the consolidation high, and that's typically a good stop run level. Now, if that falls and we develop momentum, well, the next one comes up, and we've got a series of very good stop run levels here. And I mean, this cascading effect of levels, well, this can produce a momentum move like that. And we're actually looking for that exact same move, right? That goes from March 20 to January 22. So it's a bit less than 2 years. We should see strong monthly green bars intermixed with 1 or 2 bar corrections. Well, that's a fantastic trading environment to trade long on lower time frames. We already see patterns coming in. So what we see here is an S1 long pattern with a test bar. Well, that's on a 15-minute chart. And we saw other patterns before. I mean, all those tests, strong tests of the 21, those are typically S1 patterns in one time frame lower. Let's have a quick look at the S&P future, the ES. ES as well is nicely gaining traction, right? So it has run over this top run level, and now this level comes up. And with the momentum we see here, I wouldn't be surprised if we take out this one as well, and then we might move into the 4,600 area and try to get to the next one, right? So this is confirming this bullish breakout. Nasdaq has already moved nicely too. This is how a stop run looks like from this level. And as well, well, here as well, we've got a bullish patterns, right? We're looking for consolidation and then a shakeout. That's a test bar, and basically, trailing, finding dynamic support on the 21. So I'm very excited and to see how that actually shows that this consolidation most probably is over. This couple of year-long consolidation. Now the lagger is the Russell. And the Russell basically needs to re-break this green line in order to join the other three contracts. Now let's have a look at gold, like the metals. Now, for gold, we've been waiting for this sell-off, right? I mean, that broke to a new high, new consolidation high. But what we didn't see is this sell-off, the test bar before. And, well, the bulls couldn't go much higher, right? Well, you need this energy in to get energy out. Well, we have this break beyond the base now. Well, let's see. I would actually prefer a bigger bar. This is a good sized bar. This is another good sized bar. I'm actually looking for a bar that is the biggest bar within that consolidation, and that would be this one, a bar of that size, and it could even be a green bar. So let's see how gold is doing. That's a pattern as well, right? Silver, same. Well, silver, we've got a test bar. That's it, right? This is washing out the bulls. and well, we need to re-break the base, so we need bullishness coming into the market. Palladium is kind of a very special market situation. It went off well before all other metals. There was a great trading market here. Well, after such a big move up, we are consolidating, which is not a surprise, right? But whenever, well, that happens, well, we need a test bar. We didn't see this yet, right? So I think we should sell off really hard, ideally touching and testing the 21. Well, coming from 3.5 on the top down to 1.3, well, it's basically halved, right? And it might come lower to find ground, and then with a rebreak, well, there would be another bullish entry signal. Now let's have a look at crude, the energies. So the energies had a tremendous move here as well into resistance, into the 200 moving average. Well, it's not a surprise that it's consolidating, right? And on the daily, well, it looks completely sideways. Well, for a good reason, it's sideways because we're at the end here of this consolidation where volatility contracts. And again here, well, we're looking for a test bar. We already saw this is kind of a test bar. This is one. I would actually prefer like a bigger, more excitable bearish price action event. Heating oil, the HO contract. Now HO as well, we had a big move, right? A really big move. Well, that's a back adjusted contract. It cannot go negative, right? But that's a very big move, and big moves, well, they need a good consolidation and a good shakeout. So we're still waiting here again for a sell-off, right? A sell-off and a good touch of 21. And then that might get into bullish, a bullish move again. Here we're looking for a measured move of that size. If that happens, well, you might remember we were in this commodity super cycle, and we should see moves like that for the next 10 years. Let's have a look at natural gas. Like natural gas is kind of the crazy little brother. It's very volatile, right? We can see this was a counter trend rally. This was a counter trend rally. Well, that was a big rally, big volatility, found resistance at the 200, and then it fell off, overextended. So on a quarterly chart, natural gas is still in a downtrend, right? And in a commodity super cycle, well, natural gas will move up. We'll get into an uptrend too. Well, it needs to find a bottom, and we're basically we're flattening out here, right? We've got lower lows, but I mean momentum is waning. And that's basically a sign for that we might actually be here in a bottoming formation. And I'm looking to get long. I already had my first trade. I got stopped out with a slight winner. I'm looking actually to get in based on a pattern. And this was another pattern. That's an S1. So the markets currently produce more S1 than S2 on a 60-minute, and S1, and it's trying hard basically to move away from the 8 moving average, and the next level of or area of resistance will be the 21 moving average, or this base that's coming from this short pattern. Now let's have a quick look at the interest rate futures. The interest rate futures, well, they're stuck for a couple of months now at the 200. So the 200 is dynamic support. Well, we have these two options. It finds support and it bounces back because we've been overextended from the moving averages. But as it looks like, well, I'm rather thinking that we might actually drop another leg lower into the 200 moving average here on the quarterly chart. So that means that the yields should go up, and that might be an event, a geopolitical event. Let's see. It looks like the bears are gaining control. Well, this month we are below the 200. Here we are below the 200, and on the weekly chart, well, the bears are able to remain below the 200. The bulls tried to break the 21, as they tried here. They tried here several times. They tried really hard here, and they failed. Right. So the bars are plotting again below the moving average band, and we could actually see here another quick and strong move down, and again here, well, we're looking for a measured move, something similar like this, big red bars. Now the last contract to look at is the US dollar index, the DX future. The DX future, we had two important events: the Corona panic spike bar in March 2020 and the US midterm elections that marked this spike high. Again, here we've got, it could move higher into the target area, which is the start of the momentum move of this failure pattern short, or we could re-break short, and then we could actually see the dollar to weaken considerably. Currently, we're having a weekly pattern. Again, here in S1, we've got a couple of bounces, right, swing touches, but we need to get a test bar, a break lower, ideally to the 200, it's in close proximity, and a rebreak in order to get into this target area. Should this long pattern develop into a failure long pattern, well, a failure long pattern is a short signal, and then we might actually see how the dollar gets weaker over the next couple of years. That's a very long stretch pattern, right? I mean, that's a kind of a 15, 18 year long pattern. And these are big moves, and this is the prior momentum move, and we could see the dollar getting weaker, which would actually help commodities going up. That's it. Thank you.